Good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Uh, Johnny's not starting to stream, so hell, I just decided to start a coffee morning stream. Good morning. How y'all doing? Uh, let me uh, let me bring my. Let's see. Oh, slow computer. Hey, it is. It's working. All right. So let me cut the. There we go. East Coast Thrills. Good morning. Good morning, sir. How are we doing? Yeah, John. He's got a flight to get, I guess. So he's been up in the New England, northeastern, uh, north north of Alaska. Well, I mean, north of this way, north of that way. But anyway, that's how everybody's doing this morning. Well, let me see. So far, we've got mine and Dusty. Good morning. Let me see if and looks like I'm not streaming. I am. I'm streaming. Let me take my hat off. Maybe that's it. Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning, Jim. How's everybody doing this morning? I'm audio singing. That's what I'm doing. I'm fixing to. I tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead and close this up. Let's see. All right. I closed that up. Let's see if that gets any better. I am fixing to change over to another streaming service because of this lag. Because I can't fix it. I've done looked into it and I haven't found a way to actually fix it. But let me if anybody wants to join in this morning, I'm gonna gonna paste it out there. TJ, good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Um, we went over to a friend's house last night, watched the Bama game, which of course, that was a blowout game. It was a good deal. Ronnie, have a great morning, sir. You come back and see us. This is Phillips Lane. I'm going back to bed. Yeah. All right. Well, it was good to see you, Warren. uh, enjoy your sleep of the day. Morning, Tony. Hope everybody's doing well. Well, so what's everybody else been up to? Gone out flying? Anybody's done anything? Want to pop in and say hey? Oh man, TJ's got to work on a Sunday. Hate that. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm fixing to clean out some gutters this morning. I'm just waiting for the neighbors to wake up, so I don't disturb anybody out there. I know everybody would hate to hear a leaf blower at 8 a.m. in the morning. That's I know I would probably if I slept every morning. I know I wouldn't want one in the mornings, especially on a Sunday morning. Oh. Went to the. It's going to also show. I went to the Tyndall. We went to the Tyndallwood Festival yesterday. Seeing a bunch of wood carvers and stuff like that, and I'm I've got a video of this. I mean, it's incredible. This vendor that he's a woodworking vendor, and his setup is is unique. I've never seen one before, and I ended up interviewing him a little bit, and when I say unique, it's like an old country shed on wheels, and that's his workshop. And he sits right there, and I, let me see if I can't ban Warren. I'm just kidding, Warren. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My voice just drives you in there. 66. Happy birthday, Jim. Happy birthday indeed. 66. That's you not only get your senior discount, but you also get your Social Security going to you too, don't you? Or have you started that one yet? Yeah, getting old's kind of out there some days. Last night about we and we get this. It was this restaurant. If we go to this restaurant, their prices are really high. But if you order off the senior menu, it's a better price, and you get better portions, from what I understand. So we were like, oh well, there's one good thing about being a senior. So, but happy birthday indeed, Jim. Happy birthday. All right. Well, everybody's having a good Sunday, I hope. Um, let me let me throw. Give me 1 second. I'm doing something in the background. I need. Uh, y'all just talk amongst yourselves in the chat. Ah, this is not working right. You know, we were talking about yesterday on Rodney's show about. We were talking on Rodney's show yesterday, and we were talking about using streaming services and this restream. If you can tell, my voice does not match my lips, and I cannot. I have yet to figure out how to fix it. Well, we were talking about the packets that come out of restream and how they're handled and everything, and that's exactly what's happening with my between my lips and my voice. So I'm looking at what was it, Streamlabs? Um, I think that's what it was. Stream Streamlabs. Talk Studio. That's what it was. Talk Studio. We were looking at it, and it looks really good. Um, Looks like they're having a great time up in the. Looks like they're having a great time up there at the meetup over the weekend. Um, let's see. Share this. There's Josh. Yeah, they did a great job from what I understand. It's the trio, Steve, Josh, and John, and some other stuff from Jeremy too. Jeremy sent some stuff up there. Um, I know there's some stuff that Jeremy does. Does some good work, that's for sure. The challenge coins are cool. That's what he's doing now. He's working on those. Um, I I would hello, but yeah, it looks like. Let's see. Let's see. No. Let's see. Oh, it's my daughter-in-law. Yeah, daughter-in-law's birthday today. Let's see. Ray Kelly. Him and Michael Wright and Al. Well, that's cool with all the kites and stuff. And I don't know if that's a kite or a balloon in the background. That's cool. That is cool. Where is? All right, let's throw. Okay, cool. Let's. All right, let's stop that stream. All right, well, I just want to wish everybody a great morning. I guess we're not going to have a little chit chat. No, nobody wants to join in. Ah, it's all right. Going to drink my coffee and slide on out. TJ, good morning, sir. Man, you must teach me one day the art of photography. I can get pictures, but not like yours. It never turns out like yours, but yours is out there and great. Um, who else is? Oh, Copper State. Good morning. How you doing, Mike? Let me let's see. Let's see. Let me throw it back out there again. Here we go. I'm gonna send out the link, and anybody wants to join in, it's out there, right there. Wouldn't be a good site. No, not right now. No, don't. Yeah, that's okay. What's too early, Jim? Is it too early right now for you? It is too early for me too, but I told my wife, I said I'm going to clean out those gutters this weekend, most definitely. When you have stuff growing out of them, it's time to clean them out, and that's what we got. We got stuff growing out of some of them, and plus on top of that, we had a heavy rain weeks ago, and of course it was all coming out of the gutter. So that's how clogged up they are. It's going to take a while to clean them. '03 camera module. Ooh. I think I see one in the Smithsonian, but no, they're hard to find. They're we. Um, I mean, Ron, you might want to check with Dave just in case. We'll see you, Warren. Have a great morning. You may want to check with Dave, Ron, to see if he he might know if he's getting some in, um, or if it's just a lost cause right now. Spatula works great for cleaning gutters. Thanks, Ron. I will I will most certainly do that. Um, the good spatula or use the bad spatula? Because if I use the good spatula, I'll hear it. Good morning, Hillia. Printer not working. Kitchen drain blocked. Ooh. Yeah, I know. I I know what you mean, Jim. I have my share of it, and it's not fun. It's things you got to do every 5 seconds. Yeah. Now, is every could you do an '04 in what you got, Ron? Happy birthday, Jim. Have a great day, sir. You come back and see us. Let me hold on 1 second. Canadian plumbing. Yeah. Don't get yourself beat with a spatula. Yeah. Tell me about it. Um, let's see. Let's see if I can. Yeah. Yeah. I just didn't know if you had. Good morning, John Flynn. Didn't know if you had to upgrade it. Um, you have to upgrade anything else with it along with it. I hate it about the '03, and you can get them. From what I understand, you can get them, but they're so damn expensive. I guess. I mean, it's either that or the '04 is expensive. I think that's what it was the '04 you can get, but it's expensive. Hope you're doing well, Mr. Flynn. If you want to join in, sir, I can throw out the link. Hold on a minute. There's the link out there. Anybody want to join in? Just join on in. Just sitting around looking at different things, and right now I'm looking at where Ray Kelly was, I guess, yesterday in Newport. Let me. All right, that's cool. Not good to fly, but I'm flying anyway. Just as much as an '04. Okay, that's I've heard it's, you know, I heard the price of '03s, since they're hard to get. There's the crew. It's a nice little outskirt area where they're beside burgers look good. Yeah, wish I could have made it up there. That looks fun. That's for sure. That looks like a good time. Well, dadgummit, John. I mean, SD cards on the ground. Well, I hope you find mine. I lost it in that area. Um, it's got some great footage, man. Great footage. I mean, that's the reason why I'm so sad about it, because they had great footage on it and I lost it. So let's see who's lurking in. Helia,
Hello.
what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm tuned into your show. And
Oh, all
you've
right.
been on the chat a few times over at the Drone Hang. I figured I'd pay my appreciation over the years, so why not?
Okay.
How you doing
Welcome.
this morning?
How are you this morning?
I'm doing all right. I'm hoping to get some more flight time in. I've been spending most of my time on the sim lately. The weather's great for it, but I would really prefer to be getting back out and getting some red sim. How about you?
Where are you at?
I'm over in North Carolina. I'm close to Raleigh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Good area. Nice area.
Yeah, we got a couple of good spots here. We're sadly losing our cherished bando. We had, I want to call it a Nike factory only because of the skeleton that's left of the building. There are Nike t-shirt tags all everywhere. So I'm going to say it must have been something to do with that.
That'd be
Beautiful place, awesome architecture, a lot of ways to break your stuff, and great. But it looks like today they're bringing the bulldozers, or tomorrow they're bringing the bulldozers, and they're turning it into something flat, which is less exciting to fly. So it's a sad moment, but we'll find new places to fly.
yeah. Um, down here they're closing down certain places for us to fly, and Caraway Hospital used to be the one all the time that we went to fly. And, now they've torn it all down and they've built the amphitheater out there and everything, so don't go there anymore.
No, not so much. We don't. No longer much of an option. So, but like I said, weather's always good for the sim. Get some stick time in, do what you can, keep working on it,
Yeah.
and keep your eyes peeled for some other cool video. Get some inspiration from other awesome pilots. So,
It's hard for me to do the sim around this household.
oh, you can't get pulled away from the TV for more than a few minutes.
It's too many distractions.
Yeah, I hear that. Sometimes that's why you got to go outside and just put the goggles on and tune out the world.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I can't do that because of the dogs.
Oh man, I've seen more than Porsche would do this a bunch. He'll chase his dog around. His dog loves this stuff. Eats it. I mean, maybe not, hopefully, but he'll put a little prop guarded little demon out there and race it around. The dog just happily just tears after it, and everyone's having a good time. It depends on the dog, though, doesn't it? Right? If the dog's not compatible with your walk snail or your O4, he's going to eat that thing, and that'll be the end of it. I don't think that's going to prevent most warranties.
No. And I flew yesterday around sunset. I was flying the Neo and showing a friend of mine, how a $200 drone can fly like this, and it stopped flying. It got too dark.
Oh, that's it.
It just got too dark and it froze. It didn't know what to do.
Oh, it had no idea what to make of it. It's like, then you must have put electrical tape over the camera. All bets are off.
Yeah. So it froze, and I ended up, thank goodness, I could go down the steps off the deck and lower it down. That's all I could do. I could go up.
You had LOS, so you could still see it and recover.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Tony's been chasing his cats in the house with the Neo. Tony, what do the cats think of that? Are the cats more friendly towards quads than dogs? Let us know. The chat is dying to know. That's funny. The cats. I know I can't fly in the house anymore either. I had one tragic escapade where my Mobula 8, and that weighs nothing. They're great little quads. It did an emergency landing into my daughter's hair, and that pretty much forbade me from ever using a quad of any size indoors ever again. Even the sim is a little touchy. I told her it looked great. It was just right here like a bow. I was like, just go to school like that. It's fine. Didn't care for it.
Oh,
they hate it. Tony says the cats hate the quad. That tracks. But, cats hate a lot of things. Just pent up anger in there.
Well, my black lab, she sees it coming out, and she goes, where you going? Because I want to get it.
Yeah, okay. That's funny.
As soon as I take off, she starts yelling at it.
Well, see, we can't have that. We need to have our happy place where we can reach our air therapy and get our stick time in without being
absolutely
yelled at by animals or others. Yeah, hair tangles, confused. Absolutely right. They did suck to get the hair tangles out, but props off and no problem. It was just a little awkward. It was a lot awkward, as a matter of fact. It's okay. I'll never be allowed to live it down again. It'll be fine. Dad, you remember the time yes, I will never forget it.
Was it prop in, prop out?
Oh, that's a great question. Let me ask her. Let me get her on the phone real quick. Honey, remember that time? Let me, is that props in or props out? The internet wants to know.
Just want to know.
No, it's all.
What did it feel like to you?
It felt like great ammunition to use against Dad. I think that's what it was. It's like, nope, I got something to hold over your head, man. Tony's got those old redneck South Carolina cats. Okay.
That's like using the old Flowbee.
Oh, yeah, it is like using the Flowbee, just a little short on the one side. Oh, wow. RJ's going to go ahead and get some breakfast, chasing some boats. Now, that's fun.
Yeah.
They have a good one. That's cool.
Yeah, Alex is in the house. Hey, Alex. How you doing, sir? Good morning.
Good morning. We got a lot of names in here popping in. This is awesome. This is a good time. So I walked in a little bit late, and you were chatting about the 04 a little bit. That's something I know pretty little about. I'm a walk snail person. When I evolved out of the analog swamp, and I still like it there, so don't knock on it too hard. I was poised. Do I go all DGI? Do I go all HD0? I want digital. And I was like, I have a stinking, smelly suspicion that something is afoot with DJI. And this was several years ago. And sure enough, came to pass. It's a hard time to get those products. What's your take on walks now? Would it get to a point for you where you would actually want to make the switch to get off of that, or are you like die hard? Nope, we're gonna make the DJI work as long as we possibly can.
I fly more cinematic with GPS than
Okay,
anything.
okay,
Uh,
okay.
and basically, what I'm basically Ron was talking about the O4, getting the O4 because he can't. Either he can't get the O3, or right now the O3 is just way out there on price.
It is, it is. But remember, it's only 4 easy payments for the firm. Sign up today, no credit check required.
Yeah,
You don't want to do that. To go under real fast. No.
you do. Yeah, yeah. Used to, years ago when I was getting into drones, period, in Alabaster and the park, they had this area they set up for racing and everything. And my wife says, "Won't you go over and watch them?" I said, "Okay." So I started watching them and everything. She goes, "This is something you could get into." And I said, "Right now, no." And she goes, "Well, why not?" And I said, "Baby, have you checked all the pricing on all this stuff?" I
Yeah.
said, by the time the guy was through talking to me, he's already spent close to $1,200, and that's $1,200 we can use to go on vacation. At the
Yeah,
time.
that's a 1200. You want to go on vacation, and everybody wants to come back with the memories. They want to have something to jog their.
Oh
Remember when
yeah,
we saw that thing, whatever. And yes, nothing beats getting it at the quad. I'm sorry. Doesn't matter if it's acro or cinematic or a tripod locked off in the sky. You're always going to get the coolest memories of your trips when you do it that way. I just try to convince me otherwise. You can't.
yeah.
But it doesn't really need to be half the cost of the trip. It's for the hardware to get the pictures.
Well,
It's a tough sell.
and then I started buying drones and stuff, and I've always liked the cinematic portion of it, just
Okay.
because getting that shot. Um, Case in point, I carried it down to Cabo,
Okay.
and basically check. I mean, you do that research beforehand, and in Mexico they've got some. It's like you can fly right here, but take two steps over here and you can't fly.
Hmm.
And so you gotta basically know exactly where you're flying from. And I
Oh,
flew
that's true all the time. You have to. You have to. This isn't like an ATV or a dirt bike where you can kind of get away with riding it on whatever trail you please. You're loud and obnoxious. People can hear you coming from 2 miles away. Little different with a quad. Real easy to get on somebody's nerves, depending on where you're standing, where the quad's hovering, all that. It's you really do need to know, especially if you're out of town or if you're out of the country or whatever the case is. If you're in somebody else's property, you really got to know their rules before you go ripping about. You may upset somebody in a way you never could have forecasted. Right? Like over here, Blue Ridge Parkway, up by the mountains. Awesome, beautiful place to chase, beautiful place to fly. You will get ticketed so hard, because there's a couple of things out there. There's animals that will flip out and they will exhaust all their energy and just straight up die trying to run from the quad. And then there's like fighter jets that do low altitude passes. They're 300 feet off the ground, carving through the canyon. You're not going to see that on ATSB.
Mm-mm.
You're not going to see that on flight radar. It's going to be from over there to over there in about a third of a second, and your quad's going to be ingested by some pilot. We don't want that. So you really do got to know, like, I don't know. I don't study sectional charts so much, maybe, but it's like you don't want to go fly into some place and find out that there's a military installation nearby, and you're like, we got
Yeah,
jets, they got
and
guns.
seeing Blue Ridge, I've been up there been up
Oh
there
yeah,
about 5 times, and Blue Ridge that's the spot
tell me.
you don't want to mess with. I mean, I seen one guy flying a drone, and thank goodness I wasn't flying mine along with him, because
Mm-hmm.
the park rangers swarmed on him in 2 seconds.
Oh, you bet. Had very similar experiences, exactly, where you were standing in the right place, and all of the other camera drone owners were huddled by another spot, and they just go for the big crowd. They just round them all up and say, y'all got to go. I'm over here flying my PV. Like, don't, I'm not bothering nobody.
Yeah.
Go after the people that are leaving their quads in the pond, you know. But RJ had a good question. Said caught his attention with the walk snail talk. He's asking how we like it. And, looks like he would need the whole setup, and maybe RJ has a camera, but still needs goggles and all that. So don't have the full step story. I am a huge fan of it. Now I'm a software guy. There's a little background on me. Software guy. I've been doing it for decades. I love open source. I love the idea. Think of it like a machine shop, right? You go to a machinist, you say, here's a billet block of aluminum. I need you to carve it into this shape. And they bring all their tools out and they do their thing, right? Well, as a software guy, I do the very same. I have my workshop, my laptop, I have my tools, and I like free tools. Free is for me, baby. So open source is where it's at, right? And the things like that, we get them with quads all the time. You can get free TPU prints for your GoPro mounts and so on and so on. Love that stuff. And Walk Snail, to me, seemed like the best bet to get some kind of open source involvement with their product line. DJI HardPass, they will never share a lick of code so that people like myself cannot get into it and modify and upgrade it. Walk Snail, they still don't do that. But maybe one day, could they? Would you imagine what would happen if Walk Snail or HD Zero opened up a way for hackers to get in? And now think of like a mini map. I want to see Call of Duty, top left corner. I want to see a GPS map and where I'm headed. I want cool interactive on-screen elements, and that I will not get with DJI of my design or of anybody else's. If it came from DJI, we get it, but we only get what the hand giveth. Right? I think with Walk Snail and HD Zero, there's a better shot of the ecosystem opening up and giving us cooler options. We don't want everybody coding all this stuff any more than we don't want to code Betaflight. I want to just load the feature on and get a cool feature. You know, if we have 3 quads in the air and we all have GPS, why can't I get all that information in my OSD so I can say, oh, you know, RJ is flying northeast of me, and you know, Jim's to my south. You know, I want cool interactive elements, and I'm not going to get that with DJI, and that's what got me on the Walk Snail was the potential that more cool stuff is coming.
You're looking for telemetry type stuff.
I would like telemetry in the goggles. I want YouTube live chat in the goggles. I want to live stream. I do that from time to time, and I want to see the chat in my goggles. I want to be flying around and somebody, Shelby Vol gets on, do a power loop. Okay, and I do it. Right?
Okay,
I don't necessarily want talk to text. I don't want my laptop barking at me with an AI voice. I want to just see it in my goggles. And is that something that Walk Snail would afford us? I don't think for a minute DJI would, but HD Zero and Walk Snail, I get the smell, and this is just from experience, the hint that they may open up some more and let hackers and software developers build their system out for them. That's the beauty of open source. Like if I'm a company and I say, here's my product and it's out there for people to tear apart and upgrade, I'm getting free labor.
True.
I'm getting some new person rush out of college and wants to make their point and build their portfolio. So they pick up Hilla FPV's telemetry project and they start hacking on it. Nobody's getting paid for this stuff. Nobody's getting billed for it either. And again, free is for me.
Well, even if you're getting free labor off of it, also if you got a real nice product that the company wants to like, you know, then they can turn around and pay you for what you just ended up doing.
You get your name out there. This is really what that whole open source thing is, really getting your name out there. Because if you build a product, it's happened before where people have modified open source products and they get picked up. They say, hey, look, you just on your own hobby time, you've been developing this product for us. Why don't you come on board? You know it better than us. You know, it's happened before. People will just contribute and then eventually become a core developer. Yeah, telemetry is important, 100%. I always get telemetry lat and long on my transmitter. So as the quad is chirping back lat and long, I think a lot of us do this. I want those coordinates in my hands, so that if I do go down, it's happened before, I go down some distant way, I can look at my controller, I can pop it into Google Maps, and then I got a ping. Tells me right where I am.
Absolutely. Same thing you can do with a GPS.
Yep, yeah. I love that feature. That has saved my bacon. I've had, I'll give you the abridged FAA approved version of this story, but let's just say we had at the park in a big open area where we were well below 400 feet and had clear line of sight and the visual observer the whole time. Under that circumstance, I had a flyaway where we lost video, GPS took over, and it could not fight the wind. So through this mechanism of getting a coordinate, having my phone nearby, I was able to punch it in, put a pin, get the next one, a Latin long, punch it in, drop a pin, drop a pin, drop a pin. I'm plotting the course of where the quad is going.
Mm-hmm.
The wind is carrying it away, but I'm able to actually follow that along. And I think a nice little take it easy, Lancers, good seeing you. It would be really cool to have that kind of integrated straight into my phone. You know, from my TX16 right to my phone, just dropping pins on there. Oh, I would love it.
Absolutely. I mean, I was flying at the fairgrounds with a Mini 3 Pro, and it ended up crashing in the parking lot.
Oh, that's why didn't you aim for the pillow factory? What were you thinking? The parking lot. That's not a soft landing at all.
No, and I know it busted up and everything. Well, I looked at the video. I seen the tag of the car as it went by, and I went, okay, there's the tag that I need to be looking for. Here's the area I need to look at. I went all the way over there, and there was no drone there. And there's that tag.
Nobody told me when I first was flying FPV that I would get so tight with the FAA's rules and so experienced with the NTSB's crash analysis. You know, why did this go down? Where did it go down? Where are the parts? RJ spending 4-foot tall weeds and thorns looking for my tank 2. Buddy, how amazing is that? I got a tank 2 that is stuck in 8 or 9 foot tall prickly bush weeds with thorns that'll just cut you to tatters. I had to say, oh man, that was a good one. I went out and Beta Flight caught me with the pants way down. I had a battery that was at dead voltage, and it picked up and said, wow, this is really low for a 6S. But it's topped up for a 5S, so it gave me the comfort that I was at a full charge. And I really was not. So I go out for 15 seconds. It says, land now, land now. We are on vapors. And I'm like, I can't make it all the way home. I'm going to tank it into this pile of bushes. And they were all thorns, 50 feet in all directions. Dead center of the same bullseye. You're never getting that tank 2 back.
Never going to do that again.
No. People are like, why don't you get in there with a weed whacker? Why don't you get in there with a chainsaw? I'm not into forestry. I'm sorry. No quad left behind, but that one maybe. It's a little painful to go after it.
Yeah, we were at a girls' school, and Dave Fly High, he crashed. He says, I said, come on, I'll walk with you. He's got his big old machete out, just
hacking through it. Yeah, I can see it. That's the attitude you got to have. You need to have the big stick for when you get it stuck in a tree. It's so
Here I am. I'm standing behind him with the camera.
Yeah, that's right. I'll do the important work. I'll do the surveying and the support, and the supervising.
I hear beeping over here. It's over here.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, just keep hitting the beeper. Get it. You need that. How did you go from flying and cinematic to here's where I go to find my pieces when I crash?
Yeah,
that's not the fun part of it.
You raise a valuable point. There's a lot to this, and that's one of the things is crashing, and where you crash at and where you're at may determine. You know, okay, am I built for going through all this stuff? You know, I'm at the age now that oh man, why don't I just go find an open field somewhere and fly?
Right. And you do have to take into account to an earlier point you had made about flying where you're supposed to, right? We are carrying light posts. These things carry a lot of energy. Sometimes things go wrong, right? And if you go down in a red flag tumbleweed fire burn warning, right? You do not want to end up in the news for that. Like sometimes it's like, I'm gonna go flying, but there has to be a recovery plan A. Here's where I want to recover it, so that's where I'm gonna want to fly.
Good morning, Lance.
Hey Lance, how's it going?
Well, you know, we were in Rome, Georgia, and Dave intentionally flew down his battery, and he was just back and forth, and he turned around. He was he was sounding out his voltage as it was going down, and as soon as it crashed, everybody was like, he started taking off running. I started taking off running right behind him with the camera and everything.
Yeah,
And as
looking for
soon as
smoke.
he undid that strap, that battery went.
Oh yeah, because she's getting hot, and those volts go down, the resistance goes
He
up,
said
the
that
heat
battery
goes up.
swells up, and as soon as he undid that strap, that swelling, it said, "Okay, I can breathe now." And
Oh, we don't want breathing fire to happen.
as soon as it did that, so yeah, you're right. You could actually let's say you wear your battery down really thin, and you end up crashing in a dry area, and catch
Bad
that dry
news.
area on fire.
So don't do it. Crash over the water. Crash over a volcano. We're not gonna mind, but it's okay. Not no
It's
still.
easy to crash into a volcano.
Yeah, Spawner. He's an Icelandic pilot. Really, real great cinematographer. Does a lot of cinematic, a lot of tourism kind of photography. He's done real well, and plenty of volcano rims because in Iceland, that's your backyard. I look at people like Conrad and who are folks up in Canada. They have their backyard or mountains, and it's just gorgeous, right? You go over to Swanner's neck in the woods, and it's like, yeah, it's all volcanoes. That's my backyard. You bet he's lost a couple in there. He definitely has.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, Phil, it's been a blast. I'll tell you what. Here's a fun fact about me. I'm scratching my leg, and I was blood on
I'm,
my hands. I went ahead and dug in a little too deep. I got trimmed these
I
nails, so I'm
appreciate
gonna hop off. It's
I
been a
appreciate you
blast.
chiming
It was
in.
great, and I will have to jumping on the show again another time. Lance, RJ, TFO, it was good seeing y'all here. Have a great one, and I will check
Absolutely.
you all later.
And I appreciate you chiming in this morning and talking away a little bit. And I'm fixing to go clean out some gutters in a little bit. So
All
with
right,
the
I'm gonna go clean
spatula,
this injury I just done gave myself, and I'll move on. So have a good one. I'll check you later. Be good. Bye.
all right, we'll see. And with that, I am going to go do some work, get some work done around here. Might go lay down with my wife a little bit, and she wasn't feeling too good last night, so I might lay down with her for a little bit and talk to her. Lance, no rain. We haven't seen rain in 3 weeks now, close to 3 weeks without any kind of rain. So, although I won't say in our area we hadn't seen any rain. I know there was raining on the outskirts yesterday. It wasn't raining too much, but a little bit. But anyway, y'all have a great morning. I appreciate it. Good to see everybody. Lance, there's drone seekers. There you go. Good morning. Anyway, y'all have a great morning. Come back and see us, and we'll holler at y'all later on.